Good morning, students. Welcome back to another session of our English class. Yes, actually, we stopped last day's class with the homework, right? Today we're going to deal with the answers of that homework and then we'll move to the other activities. Okay, so I'll share the screen to you. I hope you have your textbooks with you. If you have your textbook with you, it is good to refer your textbook when we are dealing with these activities. Okay, so here we actually stopped in the last class, right? I hope it's visible to you. Thank you. Yeah. Fill in the blanks using the correct form of the verbs in brackets. So the activity is something which is related to using the correct form of verbs. Okay, so I'll read the answers. You have to look into your answers and make sure that your answer is correct. If there is some errors in your answer, you have to correct it. Okay, so I'll read the answers. My little sister is very naughty. When she came back from school yesterday, she had torn her dress. We asked her how it had happened. She said she had quarreled with a boy. She had beaten him in a race and he had tried to push her. She had told the teacher and he had chased her and she had fallen down and she had torn her dress. So this is the answer. And you have to make sure that your answer is correct. Otherwise, make sufficient changes in your answer. So this is about the homework. So today we are going to deal with, last day we discussed about simple past tense and past perfect, right? Simple past tense is the second form of, I'll show you that image again, then you will be easily recollect. Simple past tense, the past form of the verb is used, and in the past perfect, had plus the third form of the verb is used, right? So we are going to deal with that area in a much more detailed manner. Okay. Before explaining the task to you, I'll give you the explanation about the usage of past perfect in a sentence. See, imagine that if there are two events that has happened in the past comes or appeared in a single sentence, the first incident will be used as past perfect. The past perfect tense will be used denoting that first event, and the second event, the recent event that happened in the past, will be denoted with the simple past tense. So that is called the usage, that is how two past events occurred in a sentence. So the first event that is occurred in the past will be denoted as a past perfect. Okay, had plus the third form of verb. And the second event, the recent event that happened in the past, will be denoted with the simple past tense. So it will be more easier for you when we are dealing with the activities. So we have an activity here. Underline the verbs and arrange them in two columns, past and earlier past. Past means simple past and earlier past here means past perfect. Okay, so here we can see two columns there and we can see four sentences there. Okay, let's look each sentences closely. My friends set out to see the caves in the next town, but I stayed at home because I had seen them already. Okay, so we can see past and earlier past usages here. Set out. Set out is actually a simple past tense, right? So you can write set out under that title, that box, past. And when we move forward, we can see stayed, but I stayed. Stayed is also a simple past tense. So you can write stayed under past. Okay. Because I had seen them already. So had seen, had plus V3, third form of the verb. So that is of usage of earlier past, that is past perfect. So had seen, which comes under earlier past. So you have to write had seen under the box called earlier past. Okay, so that is how we can write the first sentence. Moving into the second sentence. When they arrived at the station, the train had left. Arrived as simple past tense, so it will be appear under the title called past, right? The train had left. Had left as a past perfect tense, so had left will appear under earlier past. They came back home, but by that time I had gone out to see a movie. Came, simple past tense. Had gone, earlier past. In other words, past perfect. Moving into the third sentence. So they sat outside and ate the lunch I had packed for them. Sat outside. Sat is actually simple past tense. Ate is the past tense of eat. So ate is also which comes under past. Okay, I had packed for them. Had packed. So had packed here means the earlier past. Had packed. Had plus V3. So which will comes under earlier past. Moving into the last sentence. By the time I returned, they had fallen asleep. Returned, simple past tense. Had fallen, earlier past. So I hope you understood about simple past tense and past perfect. In other words, past and earlier past. So we are moving into another activity, another section. Phrasal verbs. Maybe you studied about phrasal verbs in the lower classes, right? So a phrasal verb is a verb plus a preposition of or adverb which creates a meaning different from the original verb. So when I'm giving you as an equation, phrasal verb is equal to verb plus preposition or adverb, and its meaning is different from the original verb. Okay, so it will be easy for you when you're looking into that example. I ran into my teacher at the movies last night. So ran into is a phrasal verb that is used in that sentence. Ran into, run into means meet. The meaning of that phrasal verb is meet. And the root verb, that is the verb is actually ran there or run there. And the meaning of that original verb is different from that of the phrasal verb. So meet is actually the meaning of the phrasal verb ran into. Nothing which is related to run. Okay, the original verb run. So phrasal verb's meaning is different from the original verb. Okay. So another example is given for you. He ran away when he was 15. Ran away means leave home. Okay. So we're going to deal with an activity which is related to phrasal verbs. Okay. This is actually a homework to you. You can see 5 phrasal verbs there. Burn out, light up, look on, run out, and keep out. So I'm not going to explain about this. You have to find out the meaning of these 5 phrasal verbs with the help of dictionary, and you have to write the meaning in your notebook as a homework. Okay, so this is the first homework for today. Find out the meaning of these phrasal verbs. Burn out, light up, look on, run out, and keep out. Okay, and it is good if you can write a sentence with this phrasal verb. It will be easier for you to understand. Okay, so write a sentence also with that phrasal verb. Okay, so this is a homework. Moving into another one. Yeah, this is actually a crowded image, right? It is not easy for you to locate. So you can refer to your textbook. I hope you have your textbook with you, so you can refer it when I'm explaining the activity. Okay. So this is about adjectives. I know you are aware of adjectives, right? A word which describes a noun, a word which decorates a noun is called an adjective, right? So I'll give you an example. A small black tin box. That is adjective. That is an example given here. So a small black tin box, small, black, and thin are the usages, are the adjectives used to describe or decorate the word, the noun called box. So a small black tin box. That is actually a noun phrase, right? A small black tin box is a noun phrase. You know noun phrase. So I'm not going to explain about noun phrases. So look, there is an order there, a small black tin box. Instead of that, if you're using a black tin small box, it is not that much good. So there is an order. If there is a number of adjectives that appeared in front of a noun, you have to follow an order, right? So that is what is given in that box. When you have your textbook, if you have your textbook with you, you can look and you can find a box there, a kind of, box there in which the first column you can see determiner, that is a and the articles, and we can see the second modifier number 1 in the second column. We can see the opinion or the feeling can be explained in that form, and modifier 2 in which the size, shape, age can be denoted size. So actually you have your textbook with you, right? It is a rectangular textbook. So rectangular is the size, it is a shape, sorry, it is a shape used. So modify 2 is the shape, and 3 we can see the color, black tin box, right? Black is the color there, tin is the material, right? So modify 4 is the material, tin is the material, and the last one is head word, that is a noun. So this is the order that you have to follow when you wanted to write, when you wanted to spot a number of adjectives in front of a noun. Okay, so related to that task, that activity also, we have another homework for you. 4 is a homework to you. In page number 19, there is a table there, nouns and adjectives there. Number 4 is actually given there, and 4 is actually a homework to you in which you can see nouns and adjectives, and what you have to do is this: use as many adjectives to describe each noun. Okay, you can see, right? Use as many adjectives to describe each noun. So that is a second homework to you, and we have 2 homeworks for today. First one is a phrasal verb related homework, and the second one is a homework which is related to adjectives. So you have to complete these homeworks as early as possible and send it to my WhatsApp number. I hope you understood what we discussed today, and have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Thank you.